A new report is raising new concerns about the president's son-in-law and senior advisor and his business deals. The Guardian reports that Jared Kushner is still a part owner in a company which received $90 million in foreign money through offshore accounts, which means the true source behind that tens of millions of dollars remains secret, of course. And importantly here, at least in part, is the timing. That money has all come in since 2017, after President Trump took office and after Jared Kushner, of course, became a top White House official. What does this mean for Kushner, and what role does this play, if any role, in the fight between Congress and the White House over Kushner's security clearance now? Joining me right now is John Swain. He's the senior reporter at The Guardian who broke this story. Thanks for being here, John. I really appreciate it, and thanks for bringing your reporting. So lay it out for us. What did you find?
So Cadre is a real estate company that Jared Kushner owns a $50 million or so stake in. What we found is that Cadre's been raising millions of dollars to invest in real estate across the United States. It buys up apartment blocks, office buildings, and as you mentioned, $90 million of that we found has come from foreigners, from people who are not from the United States. And that money has come via the Cayman Islands, via this offshore vehicle which helps keep the origins of the money secret. And, you know, government ethics experts that we talked to say that this raises concerns because, as you mentioned, Jared Kushner is a senior advisor to his father-in-law in the White House. And so, you know, we don't know who these investors are. Do they have business in front of the US government? Do they have business in the Middle East where Jared Kushner has been trying to broker a peace plan? Are they positioned in any way that Jared Kushner could help them, could benefit them from his job in the government?
The issue here isn't the practice. You make it clear in your reporting that the deal between Cadre, Goldman Sachs, the offshore entities, that is legal. The issue, as you're laying out, is the fact that you have a senior government official with influence and who represents the Trump administration around the world making a profit off of foreign investments. Is Kushner saying anything about this?
He refused to answer our questions. His lawyer didn't respond to us. Cadre wouldn't talk to us on the record. Goldman Sachs has said that there's nothing wrong here, that everything's legal, that, you know, they vet their investors very carefully and that everyone is all above board. But the thing is, it's worth remembering here is this is unusual. You know, governments before the Trump administration did not tend to go into government still owning all these complicated business interests. They would sell them off. This happened under George W. Bush, under Bill Clinton, under President Obama. They would sell off their assets, liquidate them, put them into blind trusts so that there was no possibility that their work in government could be shaped by their outside interests. And actually, Donald Trump and Jared Kushner and others have declined to do that. They have said, we're going to carry on, we're going to have these interests, and it leaves these questions being asked.
Well, it leaves questions, and it's nearly impossible, if there's even a slim possibility of finding out at all where the money would come from and any influence that would be had because of it. But one thing I'm really interested in is we do know that Kushner was initially denied his White House security clearance, and some of the reporting is that it's over potential conflicts of influence, potential of foreign conflicts of interest, and potential foreign influence. That was one of the concerns. Now you have Congress and the White House and loggerheads in a fight over this. Do you have any suggestion or any of your reporting that suggests that this dealing is part of it?
We don't know for sure, but as you say, there has actually been a whistleblower who has spoken to Congress, spoken to the Democratic House committees who are looking at this, and she has said specifically that the reason Jared Kushner was denied this clearance initially was for his business interests and possible external influence that those business interests pose. And so it's possible that this is responsible. It's possible that another business interest that Jared Kushner has retained is part of the problem. But it sort of highlights the problem that we're facing here, which is that we don't know. He has so many complicated interests in so many different companies and corporate entities in Delaware and in the Cayman Islands and all over the place that it's just hard to keep track of all the different interests that he does have. And I think, you know...
And it's something that we've talked about over and over again since him getting into the administration, is that people have had complicated business interests, if you will, in the past. But in the past, they have split very cleanly or put things in a blind trust very cleanly. So there isn't any appearance of any possibility or suggestion of any problem there. And that's what's different that we're seeing here.
That's right.
Great to see you, John. Thank you for bringing your reporting. I really appreciate it. Coming up.